Hello, students. Good morning. So let's see how Joe was convinced for the ending of the story, or she added some more suggestions to the story and requested her father again. When Joe said that Wizard should hit Mommy, at this point her father said no. He said, the wizard said okay, and Rose's skunk did not smell of roses anymore. He smelled very bad again. This was the ending given by Jack, that wizard did not hit Mommy. And with this ending of the story, Jack actually wanted his daughter to understand that parents are always right. Here also in the story, Skunk's mother was right if he wanted Skunk to be original, because one should not lose one's originality ever for anything. Like I have told you earlier as well, that skunk's stinky smell was actually a protection shield for the skunk. Okay, the skunk was not able to understand this. That was the reason he wanted to change his smell. But his mother did not like this smell because he wanted his son to be protected from the hunters. But Skunk thought that his mommy was not good. Similarly, Joe thought that no, Jack's ending was not good. She was not at all convinced. She said, but the other little Ammon, because she's 4 years old and she's overwhelmed now and she is not able to speak animals. She wants to say the little animals. Johnny is the full name of Joe. It's Daddy's story. Shall Daddy not tell you any more stories? See, again here you see Jack was not a good storyteller. He was a dominant person. When he was not able to convince Joe with the story, he said, I'm not going to tell you any more stories further if you do not accept my ending. He said, it's my story. If you behave like this, I'll not be telling you the stories anymore. So the child will have to accept the ending even if the child is convinced or not. You can see the trait of not being a good storyteller here of Jack. Her broad face looked at him through sifted light, astounded. Joe is very much astounded, surprised, because her father had never behaved in such a way. This is what happened then. Rosa's skunk and his mommy went home, and they heard woo 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 woo, and it was the choo-choo train bringing Daddy's skunk home from Boston. And they had lima beans, celery, liver, mashed potatoes, and pie o my for dessert. And when Rosa's skunk was in bed, Mommy skunk came up and hugged him and said he smelled like her little baby skunk again, and she loved him very much. And that's the end of the story. This is the ending of the story by Jack. That train came, they had dinner, and then in the end, Rosa Skunk's mommy went to Skunk, loved him, and said that he smelled like a baby skunk should smell. Means he's original now. But Daddy, what? Then did the other little animals run away? Asked Joe. No, father said, because eventually they got used to the way he was and did not mind it at all. Because the other animals got used to habitual of skunk's smell, and then they did not mind it. If there are some true friends of yours, they would like you for your however you look, or however you behave, or whatever marks you get in studies, or whatever status you belong to. If they are your true friends, they will accept you who you are, how you are, what you are. Okay, they will not try to change you. And if they try to change you, they are not your true friends. Very soon they'll be going away from your life, making your life a hell actually, because your originality will be lost. And a person who is not original cannot be happy, cannot be successful, cannot be loved. She said, what's eventually means what's eventually. Again, I would say she's just 4 years old, so she's not able to speak some big words. Father said, in a little while, all the other animals got used to his smell and they kept on playing with him. Then in the end, Joe said, that was a stupid mommy, like a child. If a mother is doing something harsh with the children, the child would definitely think, no, my mom is not good. The child forgets that my mom, whatever she is doing, will definitely be for my betterment. It will be for she is my well wisher. Parents are always the well wishers, and they are more experienced, and they do not want their children to face any harsh situations in life. That is the reason they keep on guiding you, they keep on directing you. Similarly, when Joe said that was a stupid mommy, Jack said no, it was not. And he said with rare emphasis, stress, and believed from her expression that she realized he was defending his own mother to her, or something is odd. Means Joe would have felt something odd, because at this point her father was emphasizing very much. Maybe she is just 4 years old and she's not able to understand that Jack, when is defending Skunk's mother, is actually defending his own mother. As I told you, some humiliations were also faced by Jack in his childhood. Okay, so maybe that he also tried to change to fit into his friend's definition, and his mother did not allow him to do so. So that is the reason in Skunk's mommy he is imagining his own mommy, and when Joe is saying that Skunk's mommy was a stupid mommy, he is defending his mommy and saying that no, she was not. Now I want you to put your big heavy head in the pillow and have a good long nap. He adjusted the shade curtains so not even a crack of day showed, and tiptoed went silently to the door in the pretend show that she was already asleep. So he was pretending that I believe that you are sleeping. He knew that Joe was awake, but he was just pretending so that his daughter goes to sleep. But when he turned, she was crouching on top of the covers and staring at him. Hey, get under the covers and fall fast asleep, quickly. Bobby's asleep already. She stood up on the bed and jumped gingerly on the springs. You must have seen some obstinate children. When their demand is not fulfilled, they start bouncing. So this girl was also bouncing gingerly on the springs and said, Daddy. Daddy asked, what? Tomorrow I want you to tell me the story that wizard took that magic wand and hit that mommy. Her plump arms chopped forcefully. So with the making gestures with her plump arms, she was saying that wizard should hit mommy right over the head with the gestures of her hands. But still, Jack did not agree. He said, no, that's not the story. Means he was so obstinate that he was not going to change the story. However, the girl, Joe requested, he was not at all agreed. And he said, no, that's not the story. The point is that the little skunk loved his mommy more than he loved all the other little animals. And she knew what was right. So Skunk loved his mother, so he was obedient to his mother. Moreover, his mother was his well-wisher. Okay. Now, Joe was just a child, so it's very obvious, it's very natural for the child to behave like this. She said, no, tomorrow you say he hit that mommy. Do it. She kicked her legs up and sat down on the bed with a great heave and complaint of springs, as she had done hundreds of times before, except that this time she did not laugh. Earlier when she did this, she laughed as well, but this time she was damn serious because she was very hurt that a skunk was again smelling that bad. She was not able to understand that it was good for skunk. She was very young to understand that. Say it, Daddy. She again requested her daddy to please say that he will be telling the story tomorrow, that wizard will hit the mommy on the head. Finally, he said, well, we'll see. Now at least have a rest. Stay on the bed, you are a good girl. He closed the door and went downstairs. Claire had spread the newspapers and opened the paint can, and wearing an old shirt of his on top of her maternity smock, as it is already told she was pregnant, was stroking the chair rail with a dipped brush. She was painting the chair rail. Above him, footsteps vibrated, footsteps of Joe. And he called, Johnny, shall I come up there and spank you, slap you, scold you? The footsteps hesitated. That was a long story, Claire said. His wife said, because she was waiting since long for Jack to come down and help her. But Jack today had started some story which was related to his wife, so he took more time than usual times. The poor kid, he answered, and with utter, complete, very much extreme weariness, tiredness, watched his wife labor, so that his wife was working very hard. The woodwork, a cage of moldings and rails and baseboards all around them, was half old tan and half new ivory. Okay, some were of old metal and some were of new. Here, old tan and new ivory are used symbolically. Listen it carefully. Old tan is used to the conservative ideas of Jack, and new ivory means the thought of new generation, the children. And he felt caught in an ugly middle position. It's very, very important. For long or for short, you just get this for sure. Ugly middle position. So he felt himself caught in ugly middle position. Why? There are two reasons, but what is more referred to is that he wanted to satisfy both the ladies of his house, Jo, his daughter, and Claire, his wife, but he was not able to satisfy both. He was not able to satisfy Jo with the ending of the story as per her own wish, and he was also not able to satisfy Claire because he was not there to help her even when she was pregnant. So he was not able to satisfy both the ladies of the house. Second answer is that he was a male dominant person. He wanted to control both the ladies of his house, one his daughter, second his wife, but both had their own ideas. Jo had her own mind and her wanted the story to end here and in her own way, and similarly Claire was also doing the work independently. So he was not able to control both the ladies of the house, and he was a male dominant person. You can go with either of the answers, but still I would suggest you to go with the first one, that he was not able to satisfy both the females of his house. So he felt himself caught in an ugly middle position, and though he as well felt his wife's presence in the cage with him, he did not want to speak with her, work with her, touch her, anything. Why? Because he was so much mentally upset, reminding the humiliations of his childhood, reminding all the harsh realities of his life. He was quite upset, so he did not want to talk to anyone. When you remember some bad days of your life or some harsh experiences of your life, you naturally get upset and you do not want to talk to anyone. You just want to be alone. Same was with Jack. He also did not want to talk even to his wife. Okay, that was the end of the story. In next video, we will be doing the question and answers. See the video, please. If there is any doubt in text, you can ask me in doubt section, WhatsApp, or personal window. You can ask anywhere, but please make it clear. Okay, have a good day.